Welcome everybody. Just before we close out the Saviors of Voldoom meta, we have the ultimate clash between the two Trash Bowl champions of the current expansion.
Oh, is this the Clash of Champions?
It's the Clash of Champions. We have Sparrowhawk1 on the European side. We have Pimpkarp on the American side. And they're facing off in a friendly match, but as friendly as a Hearthstone match can get, because those two are competitors and they're champions, of course, so they want to show that they both are the best Hearthstone player of the expansion of this year. Also, as 2019 is done soon. The Sen of Dragons is literally launching tomorrow, and we're already planning for a new tournament. But this one is for nothing but fun, because we awarded both players with a special role and the whole prize, and they're bold champions and they're inaugural champs. No one can take that from them, but they both have agreed to a spar. And this is what we're going with.
First of all, we're seeing their decks that differ. This is the Aggro Warrior versus the Murloc Paladin.
Murloc Paladin.
They also both bring Tempo Rogue and Highlander Hunter.
They do. And the other ones are the bands, obviously. Quest Druid for Sparrowhawk, and Pimpkarp's Control Warrior, as per expected, is banned.
I think the takeaway here is that Highlander Warrior and Tempo Rogue wins Trash Bowls.
It seems like it, yeah. We got, well, this time it has been that case. You got,
I mean, you can't project from the current one to the Descent of Dragons.
Got Sparrowhawk at the top, Pimpkarp at the bottom, and by the way, thank you to Sparrowhawk for making this possible by recreating all of Pimpkarp's deck on the European account, because allowing him to use the deck sharing feature, because that's the issue with being able to play people from different regions. We optimally would like to actually host the next tournament in this format, with this being the we have an American division and a European one, and the champions of both actually face off in the actual Trash Bowl game. But that's only possible if we can recreate the decks of one person on the other person's account.
Exactly. Sadly, there's no way to do that besides that, unless one of the players maybe also is just playing a lot on both accounts and just happens to be able to recreate their own decks.
If that happens to be the case, that would be phenomenal. But hopefully this is how we can do it. We're gonna try and do it this way. If not, I'll have to crown both people as always. But this is obviously the best way to do it. In this case, both those guys are crowned. Nothing can be taken from them, and it's just a friendly. But maybe in the future, I think both of those guys are very interested in still taking a win here. So no Trash Bowl format. Clash of Champions, you know how it works.
This is kind of like the Intercontinental Champion versus the...
yeah, it is. US
champion,
yeah. It kind of is, yeah. Man. So Sparrowhawk, we've seen him put in a lot of work with this warrior. And we asked him extensively about this warrior in his post-game interview, obviously, after he won the European Championship against Ryukuma in a dominating fashion, like he did his entire tournament, basically. We asked him quite a lot about this, as Tip the Scales picked up, very unfortunate, with the Nomi, the one minion you don't want to get.
Yeah, what I think, though, is interesting is that Sparrowhawk getting the Underbelly Angler off the Fish Flinger is just really able to use that.
Yeah.
Just he's now the Murloc deck.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and he plays the Amalgam. More Murlocs.
More Murlocs, man.
They could probably play it. War Leader. War Leader.
Not bad.
I'm just
full aggro, bruh.
I mean, we're not supposed to be rooting for anyone here, but I low-key want him to win with the Murlocs, just because
this is fun, yeah.
Like,
for sure.
I always like it when someone wins through like those circumstances where they get something off their opponent, or sure. they just don't win the way their deck plans to. It's always good stuff. And yeah, I think we're going to see the Scargill here. Yeah. But I think the Warrior counters it perfectly. I mean, you can trade it away.
You also have the Arcanite Reaper now picked up at the top, and Scargill is, of course, the number one part.
If he would have wanted to, he could have used the Bloodsworn Mercenary on the Tidecaller and then coined the War Leader.
He's probably going to just play more Murlocs for the value. Why not?
I love it. I love it so much.
This
is dumb. I love it.
Tidecaller. Let's get it, man. Who's doing Murlocs now? There we go.
That's what I was thinking right away. Is that a Slush Slurper?
That's a Bluegill.
Oh, it's a Bluegill. Ugh, I was.
Slush Slurper is 1 mana, but this still looks still pretty good, though.
Never mind.
I suspect, I
mean, why not the Amalgam?
Amalgam has better house stats, I guess.
But the Tidehunter is gonna keep. Tidecaller is gonna keep growing.
Yeah, he's got another.
Because you have all.
He got another one. He got another Tidecaller. It's all good. No, it's still tip the scales. I think this is almost on the brink of loss for Pimpkarp because
because of the Murlocs.
Yeah, it would have been either way. I suspect with the hand that Sparrowhawk has, but mainly because he drew into exactly the one card he could not afford to draw into with a tip the scales, which is Nomi. And this is borderline over. Actually,
I feel like he's considering Leroying the war leader almost.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to do here, right?
This is dumb.
You don't really have an option. You can't play the tip, and it's probably going to be one turn too late.
He's probably going to Leroy the war leader.
By the way, this
not to lose.
The Trash Bowl friendly championship thing is brought to you by Beverage. New beverage this time.
Did he just go for the amalgam? Did I see correctly?
Yeah.
That eliminates 5 attack, but if he goes for the war leader, he eliminates 7.
Interesting.
4 spread from the buffs, and wait, no, it's
was
actually
he
8 from
about
the
like other max energies or something?
But,
I don't know.
But it's 8 from the buffs. I recalculated for some reason I thought +1. It's 8 from the buffs and 3 from warrior. It's 11 points of damage. Yeah. Like even if he had magnetized the snip snap on there, which I believe is only mech, maybe it's only X. But
anyway, we see the damage raining in here from Sparrowhawk. Smackety smack, and he's taking the first game. That tipped the scales, draw killed him right off the top.
-3. Yeah, but had he killed the war leader, he would have taken 11 points less damage. Well, he would have taken was it 8 points less damage? He would have been at 5.
I'm not sure. What
he would have lived.
I'm assuming he had a magnetic sort of reason or whatever, but I'm not sure.
Maybe he was looking at stats and not thinking about the effects, but I would consider that a misplay. That being said.
There was no win there. There was no win in the situation.
Misplaying in a losing situation or in a really winning one doesn't matter as much as in a close one.
Not even important at all. But Sparrowhawk taking the 1-0 lead, and we'll see if Pimpkarp not going to go back to the Paladins yet. Got to pick up Stroke Rexer and the Hunter. Well, Sparrowhawk is repping his tempo. Already put a W up with the Warrior already, like he's been doing all game, undefeated for him. In the entire tournament, and even in this one still. Both hands sort of clunky. And that second backstep doesn't help too much.
In theory, that's worse for the tempo deck than the more mid-range-ish.
Also, it picks up tracking, which is a big tool here.
Might want to Unleash. Against tempo, I think Unleash is the best one here.
Unleash or Hyena?
Hyena,
you might be thinking Kill Command.
Hyena, you can't guarantee.
All of them make sense in a way.
Hyena, you can't guarantee because you currently don't have a secret.
Yeah.
And Unleash the Hounds, again, it's tempo, so you might just go wide.
Gotta pick up the Hyena.
I would consider it probably the second best choice, although if you get the secret, it might have been the best. We'll see.
Still no card to be played there. He's gonna just hero up. Not gonna drop
Doesn't
the cat.
even attack.
There's a secret.
There's the secret.
There's a secret. It's a secret to everybody.
I mean, I would assume you play it. It ain't gonna be triggered.
You could have coined a companion or Desert Spear, but...
Yeah, but then you can just... If you really want to coin something, you can coin the Hyena next turn. Or you can even keep it for later.
That's correct. Now, see if Sparrowhawk can put up some magic with the stack like he's been doing. In the actual tournament...
Yeah, dude. He's pulled off some crazy stuff.
Been producing damage left, right, and center. I mean, it was crazy.
Also finding answers when he needs to.
Yeah. Just Myra's in a completely lost situation.
It seems like his tempo rogue can just do whatever it needs to.
Yeah, his tempo rogue it's a tempo miracle rogue really, but he's working the miracles. There's a Hyena Alpha though, and establishing board presence is Pimpkarp here.
Yeah,
with a bunch of stats, it's tough to come back.
I'm not too surprised. It makes sense to go against the tempo rogue that you want to take control of the board, and you can't guarantee that the secret stays up. As a matter of fact, you can almost assume that it might not. If you do something else this time.
Yeah, I think it was a good play there. It was a good use of coin. I do strongly agree with it. You gotta finally get to pull off some of these backstabs. For the combo prog there. Is he gonna use the other one?
That order, by the way, ensured that he doesn't proc the pressure play.
Correct. If you're not gonna use the second second backstab, that was the correct order.
I mean, I'm not sure what the exact goal here was, because you could have also not attacked or attacked face and to proc for like explosive or something, backstab one Hyena and then SI the other. You leave slightly larger stats, to be fair, enough stats to
roll into Leok there, which you don't mind at all for this trade.
No, I mean Huffer would have also traded, Misha was protected you, all would have kind of worked. But Leok is...
They were all good.
It's either Misha or Leok that you want. You don't want to sack the Hoffer, because then you're sitting there with a 2-2 instead of a 2-4.
Yeah. So, good result. Waggle picking coming up. That Hoffer that Leo needs to go, says Sparrowhawk.
Yeah, and then I'm assuming that we're going to see the Captain Greenskin next turn.
That was very much to be assumed.
And Zeliax feels awkward here. It seems to go for the Desert Spear and Hero Power.
To start chipping up some damage.
Well, it was either that or Life Drinker, but that's also a little awkward at that position, so... because
he has some of the big guys on hand, though, with the Siamet and the Bran.
Yeah.
So stuff might happen.
Yeah, but it's still a turn away.
Yeah, there's not really a minion for Sparrowhawk that you are on Pimpkarp's hand that Sparrowhawk would want to sap if it came down.
That's true.
Because all of those have good valor cries that do stuff.
I guess you could zap the King Crush.
You could, yeah, but then I'll play it again with charge.
That's true.
So you really don't want to play. You really don't want to sap anything.
I think out of all of the stuff on his head, besides maybe not the Secret Keeper, King Crush is still the best. Probably, yeah. Still the best zap target. Well, it's not on his head, but you know what I mean.
Is it Ziliax most likely? Just gonna say no to the greenskin.
Hit him in the face with a weapon. Hit the Locust into the greenskin. Yep. Going back to full health, that's also somewhat important against the Rogue, of course. Because it's rarely possible for the Rogue to win.
Chooses 5 health
on 30.
There. 5 health there over, or 4 health, I should say, rather, over 1-1 on the board, which is understandable.
Yeah, again, especially since the Rogue can sometimes kill you in the mid-20s, but has a significantly tougher time in the 30, because that's just those couple extra points you just can't pull, because you're looking at stuff like...
It's hard to produce.
Like Leroy, and then something like Cold Blood or something. There's always a limit to that.
So that's your deckhand. It seems he might also want to play the thug here. And that looks like what's going to happen. You have to imagine that that he's going to swing face here.
Did you already test for explosive earlier?
I believe he did.
Because if not, then that was obviously misplay, but I'm not 100% certain.
Then you don't play the pirate first, at least.
Well, you could have played the pirate and hit the face if you wanted to, but yeah.
No, but then you don't get the buff with the pirate, you say, yeah.
Yeah. It's either that or hit with the weapon and don't play anything.
So now it might be Brand time, it might be Siamet time. He's got his choice here. It might just be Deadly Shot time.
Deadly Shot and Life Drinker, yeah.
Just take it easy. You got the card advantage, I got the value. I'm almost certain that I have the value advantage, just Pimpkarp.
Yeah, that's...
All these big boys on the hand. I got a big load up with the subject and the Secret Keeper to just go along with it.
Yeah, I mean, the longer the game goes, the more it favors the hunter. So I don't hate the idea here. And also you're still chipping at the health a little bit. Yeah. And that's going to be important when it comes to like something like King Crush lethal.
Exactly. There's a freeze, and now it might be Siamet time. This looks like a good board for Siamet to just come on with the broom and just clean state.
Yeah, Divine Shield.
Expecting Divine Shield rush here. That's exactly what we're going to see. There's a spear, does the job. And Life Drinker cleans
Life Drinker can kill the SI7. I think you definitely want that, especially considering that that you can shadow step anything.
Ferrocat is not it.
I mean, I guess you play it and see what you get. It's not great, but...
Anyways, Assassin's fine. You might just pick it back, play it again.
Yeah, I don't see a better option here, really.
Go face it with that damage, too. Take it back and see if you can find something. That Colossus is pretty clunky, but it can come down next turn. It's at least a thing, a big
and
presence.
it deals damage. If
it does. That's true. That's a fact.
I mean, right now you're trying to kill your opponent.
Zephyr's coming in, and you're looking for wins now if you're Pimpkarp here, because you're 2 turns away from basically guaranteed winning if you manage to not die.
Brand Zephyr's Pyroblast.
Yeah.
Hit everything in the face. Play Bran, hit everything in the face, and then just play Zephyrus. It should give you a Pyroblast. You can win next turn.
To be extra safe, you probably want to just play Bran and Freezing Trap to avoid getting killed, and then play Zephyrus next turn for an easy win anyway.
I mean, yeah, you could probably get something like Fireball.
Yeah, which would already be sufficient then.
Or just something like Bloodlust, but
a lot of ways to win, I think.
But I think if you play Bran and Zephrys now, you have a guaranteed win. Next turn. Can you win somehow guaranteed this turn?
I'm not so sure if you can. Like, what is Zephrys going to give you now?
I mean, the best case is probably True Silver.
True Silver?
Like, something like that. Like, you're not going to get much out of it. Yeah, I mean, it's like...
Oh, Harrison Jones. I mean, this is also still a win, by the way, for Pimpkarp. This is still a completely winning line, obviously. He's got to load up here, he's got the massive value.
I mean, he's definitely in an advantageous position. I'm just saying that...
I mean, there's nothing that Sparrowhawk can do right now to even come close to avoid losing next turn with the brand coming down.
Yeah, no, that's...
Brand plus,
should be the game.
Plus the weapon, that's an easy win, no matter what happens.
I was about to say, is there any reborn minion that saves him, but I don't think so.
Doubtful.
Lackey into... Like, Ethereal Lackey into... Vanish? Yeah. That's already too much mana, though.
Vanish is also not standard.
Double Ethereal... Oh, right, they removed that.
They took Vanish out one, too. And there's Ethereal Lackey, and there's Walk the Plank and Backstab, and Sparrowhawk is about to walk the plank here because this match is drawn at 1. And we have an exciting nail-biter just like we wanted. That's a good thing.
I feel like that's what you kind of hope out of a champion versus champion match.
Yeah, that's what we come here for. Just to get as much entertainment out of this as possible. So this is going to be all sorts of GGs.
Yeah, I mean, that's just straight up one of people on the board.
Yeah, he's looking for taunts, but... no, this is over.
The sap is very important here in theory, because of damage, but...
But the 8 charge damage will do it.
The charge damage plus the hero power will do it, yes. Without the hero power, it would still be 1 short.
Yeah, if you go on ball. On hand.
Well, yeah, without something on top of it.
Just put explosive trap off away from the code itself. Maybe.
I always say, and I mean, this technically is not the serious tournament situation, it's more of a friendly match, but in those situations, you don't want to take risks.
No,
if you can win, you win.
Yeah, just take the win.
You don't take...
I might have done the explosive trap thing here just to flex on him. I just might have, but if it's strictly a friendly, in a tournament, never.
Yeah.
Never.
I mean, I like fancy wins, but fancy guaranteed wins.
I like it as much as the next guy, yeah. Though, if it's a guaranteed win, it loses fanciness just by that.
Well, yeah, but you're not gonna go for a potential fancy lethal over guaranteed safe lethal.
Oh, for sure, you never do.
But if there's a fancy way to do the guaranteed lethal, like, shadow stabbing a charger over, like, just using a hero power or something like that.
Of course, then you might as well. That's true. But no, these guys are professionals, as professional as it gets. And I take this game kind of serious, so I know that they both want to win this, even though it's not for any concrete prizes. I
mean, I guess it is to prove once and for all who's the best between the two of them.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they want to be seen as the one. They represent their regions, they represent their name.
Not to discredit whoever's going to end up losing this, but
well, they're both phenomenal players. But yeah, they're
it's just a little extra.
Yeah, that is. It's like a preseason game almost. They still want to win. So 1-1, we got the Warrior eliminated for Sparrowhawk. That was a big surprise. It's been the most consistent thing ever. And Sparrow and Pimpkarp coming right back though with the Hunter. See what he goes next. What they are both going to go to next. Your Pimpkarp, you go back to the Paladin, and kind of what kind of matchup do you want? Because that's your unique deck. What kind of matchup do you want if you bring the Paladin again?
Well, I mean, what can you get? You can get the Rogue, and you can get the
Hunter still.
The Hunter,
Sparrowhawk's Hunter. So I guess you might want the Hunter. We're back with the next game, and we got Rogue and Rogue Violence. Man, we got the 2 phases of Valera, man. Got regular old plain Valera. Got Pyro Valera on Pimpkarp, man. You gotta appreciate those Pimpkarp heroes. And Sparrowhawk.
Currently spectating both players.
Why can we not see Sparrowhawk cards? What's up with that?
I'm gonna go back into this.
Hearthstone. Game of bugs.
This time it actually didn't work. That has never happened before.
Hearthstone. Come on. That has happened before. Oh yeah, sorry about that, no problem. We're all good, so. And we're back. We're back, and we are good to go. Interesting to note that this is also goes to show that the 1,000 win heroes actually carry over to other regions. Because Pimpkarp hasn't played 1,000 games on Europe.
Interesting.
Fun fact.
Wait a second. I thought... Didn't Sparrowhawk have...
Does it borrow Sparrowhawk's hero?
For the deck that it's assigned? Maybe.
Interest is piqued.
He also did have, the...
Did he have the Hunter too?
The Hunter, yeah.
Did Sparrowhawk just give Pimpkarp all the upgraded heroes?
Like, with the borrowed decks, because...
Yeah.
I mean...
Dude,
maybe?
that's...
There's also the Deathwing card pack on there.
There is, yeah.
On both decks. So, I would assume...
So he
that
didn't buy it on
Pimpkarp
Europe?
did not buy those on Europe,
No.
So...
Wow.
I'm just kind of surprised that Sparrowhawk
dude,
himself doesn't have these Captain Valera.
Yeah, he's... Wow, that's a baller move, though. I like that. I really like that of Sparrowhawk. That's pretty cool. As we're having a Hearthstone game here with Pimpkarp pushing some damage. Man, you can't beat the Pirates, man. The Pirates are stronger than regular Valera. I mean, look at this. So much cooler.
Well, I mean, it does come down to draws a little bit, and also we could still see something here. He could hit.
Yeah, there's still a lot of possibilities.
SI the cat, and then potentially still Goblin Lackey something if he really wants to.
Myra's regenerating Thug's interesting. Though Myra's unstable element on the hand for Pimpkarp as that backup reload.
Yeah.
I'm expecting to see
more importantly, Leroy on his hand, which, you know.
Expecting to see some more damage being pushed. Over here, there's an Advent, 6/6. Definitely interesting here.
And let's see what we're...
I think you push for 2 turns. I think you just go, right?
What are you saying?
Like you just go like maybe even just Leroy hit face with everything now and set up your 2 combos for next turn.
Oh, yeah. I think he's gonna play the safer route and just set up the 1 combo that he can this turn. Which does mean he can't set up the Evis for next turn, but as long as he has 3 points of damage from somewhere, which would have to be SS7, which likely won't live. Very likely won't live. But still, I mean, you're looking at something Evis, and then the turn after Leroy, and you're still dead.
That's true. How much damage can Sparrow produce here? You got...
I think now you're playing Thug and Weapon. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, maximize all the stats you can bring into the game right now.
And probably clear off the board.
Small concession if you do clear off the board, but I guess it has to come to that. Because you're clearly on your back foot here, so...
Yeah, I mean, you're so close to dying, you have to.
Yeah.
And still hit in for 10, though.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for sure. You want to put counter pressure. You have to. I mean, you're also winning next turn.
He has 18 points of that. He has exactly lethal on board.
If you're not dying, yeah. So that was a good spot, obviously.
And
you're 1 mana off now. If
don't see Pimpkarp winning this all of a sudden.
So then again, really help me. Why don't you Leroy the turn before, and now you have your...
Because it's not intuitive.
But it's Pimpkarp, man. He's a baller, and now you have the mana to play both your combos for exact lethal, right?
Yeah, but you just intuitively don't want to give your opponent the extra resource of those little dudes, and that backstep can't kill anything. So that's that. Yeah. I think this one actually came down to the order of plays there.
I would agree. Yeah, I think you go Leroy there because you're setting it up for 1 turn after.
I think that would have won the game. Yeah.
That's a win for Sparrowhawk, 2-1, and that's rogue for you, man. That's rogue matchups.
Bonus points for hitting with a weapon before the Thug, despite either one being lethal.
Yes, though it's not clean lethal this turn. You overshot it by 1.
If you had attacked the other way around, it would have been exact lethal. Yeah.
Yeah. Which would have been just objectively better, of course.
No.
Yeah, what? Getting to exact 0 is so much better than getting to -1. Yeah.
Push all the damage you can.
Nah, either exact 0 or push it really high. Like, put him down to 1 and then hit him with the hardest thing. But no.
Oh, you're right. So, I guess it's now...
2-1.
Yeah, which means he has a Hunter left, right?
He has a Hunter left, and Pimpkarp still gets his choice. But Paladin? which he's gonna go with. Oh, the rogue takes a paladin first. Now Sparrowhawk has the Rexar himself. Alright, now he takes it. That's cool though. You definitely keep Prismatic Lens, because that's your absolute key card, and you pray that you don't get Nomi again, which would be very unfortunate.
I mean, you could get rid of the Fish Flinger to maximize your lens chances. Also,
I think you might want the Fish Flinger.
I mean, the other thing is you could potentially curve out better, but you know, get rid of the Toxin because he doesn't want to play it on 1. That makes sense.
He has coins, so it's fine. Second lens.
That's very important because
that's big.
You can't lens into your other lens, which, granted, usually would be cheap enough that you could still play it.
Pretty much guaranteed to draw your tip the scales with it, which is good. You can coin a Murloc here, which I'm expected to be the Fish Flinger. Yeah, maybe Tycho. Potentially, but the Fish Flinger seems sensible.
Fish Flinger went really bad last time.
We'll see.
Oh god, that last time with the Fish Flinger.
Yeah, but then he also still had to have 2 Murlocs, which he doesn't have now.
Yeah. I think in general you probably play Tyler over Fish Flinger here. Because it's the same stats. And it's less susceptible to your... If your opponent doesn't have a play next turn, now he definitely has.
Double Tyler.
Granted, it was Fish Flinger, which is like the worst one to get if you're not the Murloc player.
Exactly, he'll take it.
But he'll take it because that's
return the favor. And now we have a perfect play for 3. You know that Pimpkarp plays 7-dimensional underwater chess while we're thinking Hearthstone here, right? He's
still going to play Tyler and Toxin on the 1/1, I would assume.
Maybe.
Well, now he's not. Oh, wait, actually, he doesn't have... It's not turn 3 yet.
Right.
He played Fish Flinger on 1, that's what happened.
Oh, he's thinking... He's playing 11-dimensional underwater chess. we can't even fathom what he's doing anymore.
No, you're just confusing me.
We are... We are way too plebeian to understand the depths of these guys.
Springpaw, Lynx, and... No.
Okay. Hearthstone Thoughts. Pressure Plate.
Pressure Plate also works.
Very sensible, because you know he's going to cast a spell soon.
I guess now it's Tide Hunter and Toxin on the 1/1 though, right?
Although or Murmy.
It's probably Murmy because there is a minion on the board.
Snipe test makes sense with Murmy, the rebar.
And also, this is better over what I said because of the minion left there over there. If it's an empty board, I like just putting Toxin on the smallest thing that I have.
But you might want to Toxin after you tip the scales, though.
That's true.
Sensible.
Or again, just for when the toxic thing can't be killed off with a thing with 1 health anyways, because that's kind of dumb. And I guess... I don't really know what he's going to do.
Not a very good play. Because Houndmaster just doesn't have a target.
Yeah, and then you have the Lynx, the Grimscale. Oh, Explosive is probably the best choice here.
I guess.
And then I guess, you play the Lynx. And you kill the Tide Hunter. And
I think you take it pretty cleanly here. If you're a Pimpkarp, you just clean off the board, run whatever's left into the Explosive. You'll be happy to take it.
I'm personally not... because of the Explosive. I'm personally not a fan of hitting the Murmy, but I guess with the Explosive it makes sense.
Yeah. You draw the rest of the Explosive and then you tip the scales.
Yeah, and it seems like he knows that was the case here.
A small
I would still hit with a Tide Hunter because in case it was freezing, right?
Yeah, but that's why he attacked with Tide Hunter first into the minion.
Oh right, because it hits the minion.
Yeah, that's what I was about to point out. Yeah. That was the small nuance that was actually pretty smart. So
never mind.
That
was
just take Tide Hunter back.
Right, he attacked with the Tide Hunter. I'm thinking hit with the, but then it would have just hit.
And no scales about to be tipped.
That first, yep.
Scales have been tipped. The pressure plate activated, Amalgam gets sniped off, and I'm expecting a big time Seer.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe Toxin and Seer.
Toxin, and then Seer.
No, it's gonna go with weapon first. That's fair enough.
I still would have definitely done the other one, but I guess Unleash the Hound is not as much of a risk, and Explosive Trap has already been seen.
Yeah,
but
I think he's doing fine. I think it's pretty good.
I guess optimal play here is. Yeah, probably Freezing Trap and the Left Drinker.
Yeah, definitely want to get your Toxin Freezing Trap, so that would be the way to proc it for. Pimpkarp there? Yeah. Left Drinker will just be hit by True Silver.
In theory, you don't have to play around Explosive because you know it's Highlander. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I mean...
Either way, you're left with the poisons, dude. You can hit the the Tasty Fin in there if you want to draw the minions,
or
you
just
can
hit with
do the cold hide and do whatever.
You can play Seer. I think you maybe hero power and just hit the. He's gonna hit the face into his face. Right? I thought he might just clean up and leave maximum stats on the board.
Well,
but this is also doable. I mean, you see the lack of.
It's more health, and if the Tasty Fin dies, it's just draw.
How it's picked up, not super huge. You see the surprising lack, or not so surprising, but you see the lack of counterplay in Sparrowhawk Sand here, and we might go all the way, man.
I mean, I guess you would probably Unleash and then play Houndmaster.
Yeah, Bran here is basically Resignation.
Because I guess he's trying to kill the 6/4?
Yes.
But you could have done that with a Hound, either with 4 Hounds or with a Hound and a Houndmastered Hound. And then you could have still killed the Tasty Fin.
Houndmastered Hounds, my favorite.
I mean, you could have probably Houndmastered Hound. You would have killed the Tasty Fin with a Hound, the Seer with the Houndmastered Hound, and the Tidecaller with the remaining 4 Hounds.
Yeah, maybe. He could have.
Do you have a 3-1 Taunt left
but
over?
I guess he wanted to get rid of the big one
then
there.
you have a 3-1 Taunt. You have...
It would have been my choice also.
You have a 4-3 remaining.
I agree.
And the board of your opponent would have still been less. Mm-hmm. I think it was wrong.
I would have also done
really
done
suboptimal.
it that way.
It leaves more stats on your board, less stats on your opponent's board, and it leaves you with a taunt. I don't see how that's...
So now Sparrowhawk needing to kind of dig himself out of this, but that's not going to
Now
go
he does what I said he should have done last time.
It's not going to help him, though, because you have all the weapons, all the goons coming off of Pimpkarp, and we're going to overtime. Not really overtime, it's still regs, but, you know, it's the longest time we can go, which is great. We're tied up at 2. And that's kind of what you expect, and that's what you want to see with those two.
Well, presumably, never count out Sparrowhawk. You never know.
Well, this is not in Sparrowhawk's hand. This will take a lot of strokes from Pimpkarp right now to not be able to win this, because there's no way with Leroy Jenkins on hand. Nah.
Oh right, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can look for fancy lethals, but you win whichever way you want to. Because this game is over. Run the Leroy into the Hound. No, okay. That's also fine.
Run the Leroy and the Hound, hit the face with everything else, yeah.
And it's perfect. We're tied up at deuces, man. We're going to game 3, and this is going to be a good one. We've been waiting to see this.
It comes down.
Man, if this actually...
Temple versus Highlander Hunter.
If this actually mattered, as in deciding the actual tournament... This would have been...
Stop downplaying this.
This would have been super high tension. It still is, because honor's on the line, and this is big time, obviously. For honor. But,
for Northrend.
Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah for Northrend, man. We got 1,000 hero win hero was 1,000 hero now for the Alliance, and we'll see what it can do.
Well, first of all, we see that the Highlander Hunter has a very nicely curving hand.
Yeah, I think Sparrowhawk's going to be
maybe get rid of the
happy.
Snake Trap, but otherwise, and it seems like Pimpkarp keeps everything.
Pimpkarp keeps everything. Some piece of anticipation there.
I'm not sure if you don't want to get rid of something to try to get a bit better curve.
I guess he likes the greenskin follow-up on the pick.
I mean, I like it too, but I don't like it if I have to pass the first 2 turns.
Oh, Pharaohcat picked up. Pimpkarp.
I guess I need to trust more in the heart of the cards, huh?
Yeah. Luck of the East Coast Americans, that's what they say.
Yeah. Also, I personally would have probably kept Rat Trap over Snake Trap, especially against Tempo Rogue, but...
Well, Snake Trap is also feasible here, definitely, because of the board presence, you can definitely use it.
Yeah.
And Rat Trap is somewhat easily avoidable, Snake Trap not so much.
But there was a good pickup here. I mean, you are, as the rogue, you're the face deck.
Yeah.
You're not avoiding, you're avoiding the Snake Trap very likely, but you have to play...
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to hit minions at some point.
But you have all the 1-drops and the combo cards and everything, you are gonna have to play more than 3 cards. I personally think the Rat Trap would have been the stronger one.
I like the Snake. I think this is argument made for either one. I like either one. That's cool. Expecting
It was either Contender or Bow, but I think Contender is stronger.
Makes a lot of sense.
Let us quickly see what the secret is. The secret is Snipe.
It's Snipe. And he's going to be left figuring that out. Mermy's a very good test, obviously, for Snipe.
Yeah. Leads
I'd be happy to see that.
Leads perfectly into the miscreant combo.
So starting off pretty well here is Pimpkarp, I think.
Yeah. Though Sparrowhawk's also having a decent start. He had a good curve.
You got Unleash, you got Explosive Trap. There's counters.
Baited Arrow was a strong pickup from the Shimmerfly to deal with something while swinging the board heavily. You might just play Secret and Sunreaver here, or even Sunreaver and Hero Power. Although, given the health of the minions on the board, I think the Explosive Trap is very reasonable. Seems to want to coin out the... Was it the Bow or was it the Unleash? I didn't see that. That was the Bow.
Yeah, it's the Bow. I think Bow is sensible.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the better pick here, but there is an argument to be made for the Hounds because you're getting a relatively high amount of them, and there is a lot of low health minions.
Good chance the Snake Trap's going to trigger on this turn, too. We'll see if he decides to just push out the Waggle Pig, maybe play a Lackey with it.
Waggle Pig, Faceless Lackey sounds reasonable. Maybe even Titanic Lackey on the Pharaoh Cat, if you like it. Yeah, I personally like the Faceless Lackey better in tempo in general.
Yeah.
That being said, you could still play SS7 and Titanic if you want to. And there's a Soup Vendor.
My boy, man. The Soup Boy. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta just bring folks into Vendor.
That leads into the Snake Trap.
There we go. Some presents.
I mean, you can kill one with the weapon, the other one with the Pharaoh Cat. It's not a huge loss. Pigs off the other one with the Mermy, which is a little unnecessary but feasible. I personally would have not hated Titanic Lackey on the SS7 here.
Yeah, I mean, why not play it, right?
Because then also he has to sack his board and take 3 damage just to deal with that one thing. Rather, now he can
just play Ziliax anyway, but I'm expecting it.
Yeah, but...
I'm expecting it. No, Baited Arrow.
Now he just generally has a lot better trades offered.
I don't know if a real reason not to play Titanic there.
Again, especially because you have a high attack minion that also has high health. That's kind of for temporal standards. Those are my favorite ones to put Titanic on. Like if I'm playing the Zoo Warlock and I have like the 5/5 demon from the Recruiter, like that Titanic.
And I think we're entering that type of phase now because look at this: Eviscerate, Waggle Pick, and saying deal with this. I got Greenskin coming up, Life Drinker on hand. GG's?
That is lethal. The 5 from the Waggle Pick with the Greenskin and the Life Drinker, but it's also 9 mana.
Yeah,
so
can't play on the same turn.
That being said,
Ziliax is very important there.
Life Drinker would have been lethal with the minion on board, but of course that can be dealt with.
And Ziliax is a big one.
That being said, I mean, we're basically just like 1 brand and 2 turns away from Sparrowhawk also winning. I mean,
so this is very close now with Life Drinker Pick and Life Drinker again. It's not far away at all. He might be tempted to go for it.
I mean, you are getting rid of the Ziliax. You're keeping him at 11 health. If you play the second Life Drinker, you're keeping him at 8.
But do you want to sab the Ziliax? It's tough.
No, you don't. That's what I'm saying. Hit it with the weapon. That is 3 healing for your opponent, which again, as a temporal matters a lot. But he
basically took it away with the Life Drinker anyway.
Yeah.
And you get to play it again, so I guess same result.
Yes, same result is playing 1 Life Drinker and not doing anything about it. He now, Titanic Lack is it.
That's
which
interesting.
Now matters a lot less because the 5/5 can kill it either way.
That's interesting.
So,
he's leaving himself some outs in the deck, not on hand though. So he's looking for that Myros pretty soon. Leroy, obviously. And Zephyrs might actually come in as a big heal to save the day for Sparrowhawk.
Yeah.
Around these parts. And I think he might be looking at that right now.
Next turn he can get Holy Fire.
Yeah.
Which would kill the 3/5 and heal him back to... well, not back to full, but back to 13.
Pressure Plate and the Ziliax.
Now he's not going to get much in terms of healing, probably.
Pick up a Witch's Brew.
Oh, lay on hands.
Or just Healing Touch.
Just Healing Touch is actually more healing.
The most simplest of cards, but effective in the situation.
These are the kind of cards that you don't have on your radar as much.
Very necessary, but Trust
but
Sparrow.
For Ziliax, yeah. No, but I'm saying like as just you don't put them in a deck or anything like that.
Waggle Pig picked up, and I can't see any way that he's not playing that.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like a clear Waggle Pig, hit face, maybe sap the 5/5, well, which is a 5/2 now. But
Do not zap the Zephyrus under any circumstances. But yeah, you
I mean, if you zap a Zephyrus, you kind of deserve to lose.
Yeah, that is...
Unless that Zephyrus has gotten torn through something and you're just zapping it to get lethal.
Exactly.
But...
Or, he's got 10 cards on hand. He's just killing it that way. Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, under normal circumstances... You would not
don't
want
say
to
it like that. Don't make fun of Sparrowhawk being British by saying circumstances. God damn it. That's culturally insensitive.
British, yeah.
That's culturally insensitive.
I was just trying to seem more sophisticated.
Goddamn German asshole, JD. Alright, let's see if Sparrowhawk can do this. See if he can pull it off.
I mean, there is 10 more damage in the
So I'm going to find him Siamat, obviously, not being able to play it, but I suspect 2 more secrets to come down.
I mean, yeah, you're just playing the green skin, you're hitting face with the weapon, sadly in that order.
You don't play the Corsair first.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking explosive.
He could zap the Sandbinder if he deems it necessary.
Seems to play the Corsair.
Well, that was just wrong.
Yeah, now your explosive gets just slightly more.
It's not a huge deal, but it's wrong. And, yeah, that pick is in theory 2 damage of lethal.
Siamat now looking to stabilize again.
But the Siamat, of course, if it gets taunt, for example, it would still be in the way. Which
I would imagine it would.
Taunt Divine Shield.
Sap is a pretty decent tool against Siamat in this situation, actually.
Yes. But you're still missing the 2 damage. I mean, self-decant. Eviscerate. Actually, yeah, you don't even need to combo it.
Myros, you get your SI7.
There is outs, for sure.
What do we got? With the game on the line?
I would assume Zephyrus hits Greenskin. Yes.
What, game on the line? Deadly Poison!
That's lethal.
That's GG's! That's GG's! Talk about taste of one's own medicine, man. Top deck, Deadly Poison to take it 3-2.
Also...
What a match! Perfect lethal.
Is it just me or is this an upset?
I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's tough to call an upset when you got champion was champion.
That's true.
Though we know about the accolades of one Sparrowhawk, but Pimpkarp is, what a win! I mean, all the honors go to Pimpkarp, man.
Yeah, that's an impressive win.
Yeah, the honorary champion of the Trash Bowl.
I mean, there is still a couple points where we criticize his playing, but
I mean, you could tell at certain spots that they weren't playing with the actual stakes of the tournament. But still, though, this is a win that he's gonna be very happy about against a guy like Sparrowhawk.
Gives him momentum going into the next Trash Bowl.
3-2, and the next Trash Bowl, by the way, registration is gonna start pretty soon for the next tournament. Because we're trying to launch it probably around January.
Yeah, there's going to be a big announcement video on the channel, so subscribe if you want to be kept up to date with that. Or join the Discord server where we will also post it, and just maybe we'll announce it a little earlier.
And the registration is also going to take part in there as well as all the organization.
So you need to go there anyways.
The 2019 Savers of Oldham Trash Bowl is closed with both your winners, Sparrowhawk and Pimpkarp, duking it out there for the honors, and Pimpkarp is going to walk away as the honorary champion of the people this time, but he's going to be looking to defend his title pretty soon because new challenges are arising, and it's going to be a pretty good one. I know that already. But thank you to both these guys for agreeing to do this. Thank you for Sparrowhawk for hosting it on his European account, recreating Pimpkarp's decks, and thank you to both these great players for participating and just doing this fun event. And we're looking forward to seeing both those guys as well as all the other great players we have in the next tournament that's coming up soon. So drop a like on this video. GG's in the comments to both those guys. Give it up for them, man. They deserve it. They both earned their titles and they put a great showing. So like the video to appreciate them a little bit, and give them some props in the comments. As for now, thank you for watching, and JJ.
That's it.
That's it.